MedTrade is the nation's largest home medical equipment show, and most of the attendees that come to our show are providers of that equipment to their patients. And there's roughly, in the United States, somewhere between 90 and 110,000 providers that are out there. We don't reach all of them yet to come to the show, but we're hopeful that that will happen at some point. MedTrade is just celebrated our 30th anniversary this year here in Atlanta, and I would say probably over the years 95% of the time it's been in Atlanta, and it's a great fit. Atlanta's just a great fit for that show. Our attendees and our exhibitors have come to really like Atlanta. Some would even say love Atlanta because it's so easy to work with, and they're very comfortable with it, very used to it. Atlanta has a lot of positive attributes for our folks and our attendees coming to the show. Big at the top list, ease of getting in and out of Atlanta from anywhere in the world. We do have quite a number of folks coming from Asia, from Europe, and they have commented how easy it is to get through Hartsfield. And even for those folks coming from Europe or Asia, in a lot of cases they have direct flights to get them here, which makes their life a lot easier. It gets them to the show much more refreshed, ready to do business than if they had to connect through all different cities. You know, the climate is good. We usually do the show in the fall, and the weather's usually great. The climate's nice. People coming from the Northeast or you know, the East Coast that come down to Atlanta, you know, get a little refreshing, you know, late season warmth with Atlanta. And I think the bottom line is that our attendees and our exhibitors feel very welcome coming to Atlanta. They feel they get the service that they're looking for, and it's the sense that the folks here in Atlanta want them to be here. I've had the privilege and the pleasure in my career of working in many cities, including cities in Europe. And from a personal standpoint, I would say I would rank Atlanta as probably my top #1 city to work in to plan a trade show. I think it's a big issue for us because we do have a lot of smaller company exhibitors, and you know, labor and some of those services can be expensive in certain cities, and I think having the ease and the not as many limitations in Atlanta makes it easier for our exhibitors to come in and do business and focus on their business and not worried about so much of all the little costs that add up over, you know, the course of doing any kind of show. I mean, Atlanta's come a long way. I've been in Atlanta many years, and you know, you can see the vibrancy of the city, of the downtown area. You know, I went to school downtown, and it's a completely different location and setting than it was, you know, 10 or 15 years ago. I think people can come into Atlanta. The restaurants are there now. They have choices, entertainment, you know, with the park, and just the you know, everything about the city is very welcoming and very comfortable for folks to come into. It's a great city, and I've been told by this by our attendees and by our exhibitors that it's a great city to do business. I think it's very important to our attendees. You know, exhibitors will do host clients, they'll do receptions. There's a lot more opportunities and options for them closer to the center now than there used to be, other than just the hotels, which are great. But sometimes people want to get away and do something a little bit different. The aquarium obviously offers, you know, great opportunities. The Tabernacle downtown, the World of Coke, all of these attractions make it a little bit more exciting for the folks to do business, and maybe more so than in the past. You know, if somebody wanted to bring their family in, you know, to spend a few days with them in the city, there's a lot more for them to do as well. Atlanta is a great place to work in, a great place to live in, and a very vibrant, welcoming city. And if you haven't been to an Atlanta in a while, I would strongly encourage you to make a trip down and check it out. I love Atlanta.